What's going on, everybody? It's Keith, Outerhaven.net. We're here at PAX East 2015, and right now I'm at a booth with a game that
co-op MegaMan roguelike.
I have no words for it. Like the man said. Say it again, sir.
It's a co-op MegaMan roguelike called 20XX.
Now, first of all, whose idea was it to mash all these genres together?
I think it was just like a late night. We just drank too much Joel Cola and had a box of Pixie Sticks and came up with it.
So, lay it all on the line. What do we have here? What can we expect in this game?
Okay, so this game, if you like old school, like kind of tough as nails platformer gaming, but with like a lot of new twists, so it's a roguelike, so everything's procedurally generated. Every time you play, it's different. You can play it single player or you can play co-op. So right now, these two guys are playing together, doing the whole thing together. It's got lots of kind of new mechanics, and obviously the graphics look way better than anything you have back in the game.
Yes.
Days. So it's like kind of this really neat marriage of old school gameplay and kind of new gaming tricks and looks.
Okay. And I'm looking at it. It looks like a little bit like a favorite character of ours that we haven't seen in a while, MegaMan.
Yeah, exactly. We tried to bring him back, and also there's a character that's kind of like Zero that's got a sword that you can fight with too.
Very nice.
But of course, we have our own twist on the whole game, and it's a different story.
Now, I heard perma-death in this game as well?
Yeah, so it's not like that. So the old Mega Man game, you know, you'd have a number of lives, and also if you fell in pits or spikes, you would die, right?
Right.
In this game, when you fall in pits or spikes, you take damage, but it doesn't instantly kill you. But you only get one life, and when that life is gone, that's it. You got to start the whole game over.
So throughout this game, do you acquire abilities or items, anything like that?
You get tons of abilities and tons of items. You can get all sorts of stuff, basic stuff like, double jumps or different kinds of guns that can shoot through walls, or that, like the metal blade that you can throw out in different directions.
But if it's permadeath and you die, does that mean you...
All gone. You got to start all over. But the game is super fast, so you can get right back. There's also stuff you can get money, you can go and buy stuff from stores. There's actually super power-ups you can get that kind of carry over from one game to another. Okay. If you kind of get money, you can buy those at the beginning of the next game. And there's lots of challenges you can get too. If the game's a little bit too easy for you, and it won't be, this game is hard, you can actually go in and make the game harder the next time you play. You can make other challenges for yourself. Maybe none of the enemies drop health, so you really only have one shot at it.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of Dark Souls, so I like the challenge there.
If you like tough games, then this is a game for you.
I'm hopefully addicted to tough games, so this is probably for me. Yeah. So when is this coming out?
So it is actually out right now on Steam, on early access. It's $8. If you go on there right now, you can go and get it. We're actually going to be jacking the price up in a month to $10, so you got to get it soon. We're pulling a Minecraft with this, and every few months, we're going to raise the price on it.
Right.
But right now, it's in early access. We're doing new updates every 2 weeks, so you can see tons of new content coming in all the time, and you can kind of see the game and be part of the community as it's going on. And one of the really fun things is, if you're really into games and you like talking to the developers, we're super active on the forums. And if people have suggestions or comments, a lot of times we put those in the game. So a lot of the stuff that's in the game is suggested from our fan base.
Do you also do like weekly streams or monthly streams or updates?
Yep, we do all sorts of stuff like that on Twitch. If you go to twitch.com/firehosegames, you can see a lot of what we're doing with this game.
I can't keep my eyes off this game.
Isn't it fun? I know, it's super fun. You can keep playing this for hours. It's awesome.
Yeah, I think when I get back to the hotel, I'm going to pick up my copy. This looks very
And if you want a game that you can play with a friend, especially like an old school game, this is it, right? Like imagine if you could play Mega Man 2-player back in the day.
Yeah, I know, right? So how does that work? How does the co-op work? I mean, is it seamless? Is it like for example, if your friend leaves, does it pull you along?
So if somebody dies, they're out of the game temporarily. The other person can either beat a boss or find a resurrection chamber to bring you back in. But if they don't and they die, well, that's it.
So you said this is on Steam Early Access.
Steam Early Access, PC only.
When are you shooting for an actual release?
Summer 2015.
This looks very good. I'm surprised I've never heard of it till like a couple weeks ago.
You will be. This game is going to be a big deal.
Man.
So yeah.
Wow.
We're really happy to kind of show it here first.
But thank you again.
Thanks so much for having us on.
This is Keith from Outerhaven. We'll see you guys later. More coverage. See you.